Hi friends, today we're going to be talking about our solving one and two step equations quiz. So starting with number one, it says solve the following equations, be sure to show all your work. So I have negative 14 equals 1 over 7x. The first thing I want to do here is I want to do the opposite. I know the opposite of division, because fractions are the same as division, is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both of these sides by 7. 7 that cancels because 7 is reciprocal of 1 over 7. So I'm left with x equals, and 14 times negative 7 gives me negative 98. So for number one, we should have gotten x equals negative 98. Moving down to number two, x plus 3 over 2 equals negative 6. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation by 2 to get rid of the fraction. I'm left with x plus 3 equals negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. Now this is just a basic one-step equation. I can go ahead and do the opposite. I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides of my equation. The 3's cancel. Negative 12 minus 3 gives me negative 15. Looking at number 3, I have another fraction. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to multiply both sides by the denominator, which is 6. That's going to cancel. I'm left with 2n equals 12 times 6 is 32. I'm sorry, Mr. Wood is silly. 12 times 6 is not 32. 12 times 6 is 72. Then I'm going to divide. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And 72 divided by 2 is 36. Looking at number 4, this time I have decimals. I can combine these two numbers on the right side of my equation because they both have the same variable. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3.5 minus 2.7. That gives me 0.8. So I have negative 6 equals 0.8x. To get x by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 0.8. 6 divided by 0.8 gives me 7.5. So x is equal to negative 7.5. For number 5, it says you are a contractor and you charge, let me use my highlighter, you charge $45 for a site visit plus an additional $24 per hour for each hour you spend working at the site. Write and solve an equation to determine how many total hours you have to work to earn $765. Okay, so $45 is the initial fee, so I'm going to write 45 to start. And then obviously it says plus, so we're going to add $24 per hour. So that's going to be 24x. X is going to represent our number of hours. We need to solve an equation to determine the total numbers of hours you have to work to earn $765. So I'm going to set this equal to 765. Now I can just solve this like a normal equation. I'm going to subtract 45 on both sides. That will cancel. I'm left with 24x equals 720. I can now divide both sides by 24. The 24 is canceled. 720 divided by 24 gives me 30. So you would need to work 30 hours to make $765. And for number 6, it says the cost C in making watches is represented by this equation. C equals 15n plus 85. How many watches are made when the cost is $385? Okay, so for this problem, this 385 here, we're going to plug in for C because that's our cost. So when I rewrite the equation, it's going to be 385 is equal to 15n plus 85. Now I can go ahead and solve. I'm going to subtract 85 on both sides of my equation. The 85's cancel. 385 minus 85 gives me 300, equal to 15n. I'm going to divide both sides by 15 to get n by itself. 300 divided by 15 gives me 20. So 20 watches are made when the cost is $385. Good job, friends.